Female saboteurs who poisoned 46 Russian soldiers in Crimea are on the run after shootout with police, say reports.
Here's a summary of the article.
Ukrainian saboteurs who are alleged to have poisoned and killed 46 Russian soldiers are on the run in annexed Crimea after a shootout with police, a local report says. Two young saboteurs who had poisoned members of the Russian military in Simferopol and Bakhchizhari fled when authorities attempted to detain them in Crimea, Telegram channel Kremlin Snuffbox said on Tuesday. It was reported in December that members of a Ukrainian partisan group called Crimean Combat Seagulls poisoned and killed 24 Russian soldiers after lacing their vodka with arsenic and strychnine. In another incident, saboteurs killed 18 and hospitalized 14 Russian personnel in Bakhchizhari, Crimea, by putting arsenic and rat poison in pies and beer, Kremlin Snuffbox previously reported. Russian military personnel stationed in Crimea have been asked not to take any food or any drinks from strangers and to detain any suspicious young women who approach them to prevent further incidents of poisoning. There were also been reports of 2 mass poisonings of Russian troops in Mariupol in 2023. Acts of sabotage by Ukrainian resistance and partisan groups are used to harass Russian soldiers in Crimea, the Ukrainian peninsula occupied by Russia since 2014, and other occupied territories, and supply intelligence for Ukrainian strikes on military installations.
This post received a score of 25,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It was reported in December that members of a Ukrainian partisan group called Crimean Combat Seagulls poisoned and killed 24 Russian soldiers after lacing their vodka with arsenic and strychnine. At the time, Snuffbox quoted unnamed sources as saying that 2 nice girls tricked the unit in Simferopol, Crimea, into drinking the vodka, per the Kyiv Post translation.
How hard is it to get a Russian to drink vodka?
I think you might get thrown in a gulag if they find you drunk on duty, contrary to popular belief. Of course they still get shit-faced but still.
LMAO, the commanders are the most drunk.
Do you think shame keeps them from ordering it? Lol.
If Russian commanders could feel shame, they would have poisoned themselves long ago.
I mean, alcohol is poison, after all.
There was 2 of them, sir. We were outnumbered.
Someone shouts from around the corner, one Ukrainian can kill 100 Russians. So the Russian commander sends in 100 men. After an intense battle, one Russian soldier comes crawling back. It's a trap. There are actually 2 of them.
What a bunch of badasses. I hope they make it.
I hope they make it, and then I hope they make a movie out of it.
I was thinking the same thing. Reminds me of stories of the French resistance in WWII.
Opening square bracket single quote question mark question mark question mark question mark. Single quote question mark question mark question mark question mark exclamation mark closing square bracket opening parenthesis.
Normal link.
I have been asked to piss on a massage to you from the resistance.
Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once.
The flying helmet and the wet celery.
But the wet celery has gone limp.
Ukrainian saboteurs who are alleged to have poisoned and killed 46 Russian soldiers are on the run in annexed Crimea after a shootout with police, a local report says. 2 young saboteurs who had poisoned members of the Russian military in Simferopol and Bakhchizhari fled when authorities attempted to detain them in Crimea, Telegram channel Kremlin Snuffbox said on Tuesday. The police went to apprehend the female suspects at a private house in Yalta but were surprised to find them, well armed, and well prepared, the Post said. Well, vive la revolution, honor to these anti-Nazi saboteurs.
Greater than the police went to apprehend the female suspects at a private house in Yalta but were surprised to find them, well armed, and well prepared, the Post said. I mean, if they were already killing, it probably isn't too insane to think they have more murder devices at hand. Seems that thought didn't come across the Russian police.
Greater than I mean. If they were already killing, it probably isn't too insane to think they have more murder devices at hand. Seems that thought didn't come across the Russian police. When you are so used to killing unprepared and unarmed civilians, it probably would be surprising.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.